Hi, Danny.
Yeah, Ahmed.
How are you?
So good. Doing well. Doing well. Thanks for connecting this time late in Dubai. You guys got any plans for New Year's?
It's okay. It's 10:40 p.m. at Dubai now.
Yeah, we're used to those late nights. So real quick, I don't want to take too much time from you, but at least today. But I wanted to, because of the time, and I know this is urgent, but I wanted to gather some more information regarding this project, right? So some of this is it's my understanding that your audience are pretty much people who have a condition, and that condition is diabetes. Am I correct up until this point right now?
Yes,
Good.
controlling the diabetes.
I'm sorry?
Controlling the diabetes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So no one else, right? Only diabetic people, correct?
Diabetic and the caregiver,
Diabetic and caregivers. Okay.
family and the doctor.
Doctors. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So, and the reason why I'm asking these specifics, it's most of the time we find that within the prompt, when we enhance these prompts and make it more robust and with some emphasis, for instance, in diabetics, caregivers, and
Yes.
doctors, then it'll be more precise, right? So we know those fundamentals. Hey, Ali. So thanks for joining. No need to share your screen. Just kind of gathering some more information here from you guys, and not take too much time. So diabetic caregivers and doctors are your audience, and no one else. So let me ask you something. So I took a look at the link that you sent, and I here on the account as a super admin. So thanks for that. And one of the first things that I saw, and correct me if I am wrong, but where's this link go? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the um the where are the prompts that you have used so far? Did you have to save some prompts? Because I initially on the OpenAI integration prompt, I didn't see any.
So you
If
mean
you have
prompts
listed those.
only for the assistant, right?
Okay, so that's where those prompts exist now. Okay, that's what I wanted to dig a little bit into your um build out methods, right? So in order for me to, not undo anything just yet, right? So just browsing, kind of taking some closer look, as I mentioned, without changing anything just yet. And that's the reason why I wanted to understand your method of on how the current build out is it's coming along. So good. So the prompts are really inside of the assistant, and that's where you have um that you may have had some inaccuracy in that. So the assistant, well, obviously is the extension, right? And I believe that a master prompt, right, needs to be crafted, right inside of the and I don't want to bore you right now with that. I'm gonna record another video once you guys are off this call, and I'm gonna share with you what I meant, right? So the master prompt right inside of your integration with the OpenAI um, inside of the settings, right there is a huge amount of room where we can be really, really aggressive and specific and demanding with this AI assistant of yours, right? Where we can say, instead of saying helpful assistant, right? Right there on that master prompt, we need to tell it, all about DiabetesCloud, right? Your mission statement, your, who you serve, right? Who you don't serve, right? Countries, regions, you're a multilingual, outstanding assistant, right-hand man or right-hand woman, whatever you want it to be, to the CEO, to the marketing team, we need to really, tell it, right? The concept of giving it an identity, right? This is very important. And I think that within a lot of build outs that I come across, when we enhance these prompts, the technical aspect, then it's easier, right? There might be some modifications we need to do. So I just identified one. Maybe the assistant, right, also may need to have some clarification in some of the mishaps, in some of the the questions that it's not answering accurately. It needs some clarification, right? So I think as I go through the build out, and I am coming to a better understanding on what your product does for who, by tomorrow, right? Don't want to give you guys a task right now this late, but by tomorrow, send me or if you guys can connect on Zoom tomorrow, I'm willing to connect on another Zoom tomorrow, of course, because this one is going to be a short one. It's not, this one doesn't count. So tomorrow we can meet, and I want you guys to tell me, where or what are those topics that is missing the ball, right? That is saying something that is inaccurate, that can be better. Once you guys and I'm gonna by tomorrow I'm gonna have a GPT assisted prompt where I don't know if you guys got a chance to see Ryan's video last night on the e-commerce build out. Did you see that one? No? Okay.
I did.
Yeah,
Not yet.
you did, Ahmed?
Not yet. I will watch it tonight.
No, yeah. So in this video, guys, and this is a prompt engineering's. I think that as we are understanding and learning, we are learning how the machine learns from us, right? We're also learning that the better the prompt is, the better the outcome, right? That concept will not, it's undebatable, right? So I think we need to take advantage of that, and then worry about the assistants, right? The assistants, yes, they're going to take, they're going to have specific functions, specific languages and such. So let me go through this checklist real quick without
But Danny, if you just can share your screen to just explain to me, where is this general prompts go?
Yeah, for sure. I had it right over here. So let me, because I had it on these other computers. So let me get that access once again. Okay, so Chrome. You guys can see my screen here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys send me permission here. Okay, good. Oops. So the master prompt, you're going to see within settings. Okay, so within settings, integrations, the OpenAI integrations, that business information prompt, it just only says helpful assistant, right? It's right
So
here
this
where
is,
we,
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there. Although you are using assistants, you're gonna be an assistant based system. However, right here you have an opportunity to really fine tune, the identity of this assistant, right? This master assistant, this master this is the master prompt, right? That where, you give it specific do's and don'ts, right? Maybe there's some, for lack of better words, some restrictions, right? In a certain country where a certain word is offensive, or maybe in the area of medical devices, or medical history information by patients. This is, maybe there's some guidelines there in which I'm going to be talking about really briefly, in a few minutes. It's we give it also those restrictions. Do not talk about, XYZ topic. Stay away from
Got it.
answering.
Yeah.
Stay away from answering diagnosis because you're not a doctor, right? Some things like that could be also right here on this master prompt, right? So one of the
And
ways
this applies for any assistant. Let's say that currently we have, if you go to this assistant and just to select the drop down list,
yeah,
you will find the 4 assistants that we created recently.
yeah.
So this master prompts will apply to all the assistant, regardless the prompts in the assistant itself.
Yes. Now we can have some exclusions as well. So where if you don't want a condition or an instruction, if you will, an instruction right there in the master prompt, you tell it, however, maybe there's an exclusion, right? However, if there is somebody who qualifies, who has gone through the, leave a first name, email address, and phone number, if they have gone through that, then answer that question, right? We can give it those parameters, right? If that person has not, take them back to a reminder, right? And wait, a couple of hours, for instance, and then hit them back up, right? Because, that sort of thing. So yes, absolutely. We can have a master prompt that governs all assistants. However, they don't have to be bound by those instructions. If we give the master prompt a reminder, another instruction that is not that is conditional, right? That an instruction that is conditional, to continue that conversation, right? Or to go back to a main menu, a start here button, or whatever it is. So that's what I'm referring to. Maybe some of the functions and the structure, it's going to be, at least in our minds right now, going to be easier to tackle. Maybe some of those obstacles in the structural way of thinking from building bots in the, like maybe 2 years ago. I'm familiar with those obstacles maybe in the mind, but then when we go back to the prompt and we give it those specific instructions, then the technical is piece of cake. Then the technical, it resolves itself. We don't even need to, even add or modify the structure. So what I'm trying to get is right to the core, right? The core is, the instructions, the values. As an infant mind, right? We need to start it with some values, with some core values and those sort of things. And then, right, then train it to be smarter and smarter, right? 6 months from now, it'll probably correct us, in a test, right? So, that's what I'm trying to get. So I'm gonna work on that overnight. So overnight for you guys, and obviously I'm gonna have drafts of what I produce. That way, I'm not modifying anything that you guys have, or I'll work on a sandbox account. That way, nothing gets modified just yet, right? I want you to I want to have that discretion. I also sent you a document that is very, standard, where, My values need to, match with yours, right? And just, send me a quick note. Yes, we agree on that. Basically the ethical use of AI, the implementation of fundamentals, in marketing and compliance, right? I think that here we're going to cover a few things that are relevant, and you guys may not mentioned it before, but I think that moving, thinking maybe 60 days from now, when you guys, or whatever many days from now, when you guys are running ads, it begs to question a few things about where you guys are going to be running ads, right? I think that will, if we reverse engineer, what your intention will be, next week, 2 weeks from now, 30 days from now, 60 days, maybe it's running ads on Google first, and then going to social media route and running ads there. Like I want to understand that a little bit. Once the AI is ready, let's just say it's ready to go. What you guys are doing? What you mentioned ads. What channels are you running ads? And I have some further questions about that and analytics. Obviously, analytics is going to be or should be in the in your tech stack. I don't know if it is yet, but please fill me in on the ad campaigns.
So normally, Danny, we use Google ads and we use the Facebook ads. So we have an ads account on Google as well as on Facebook and Instagram. For sure, it is connected both together, and we have in the background all the what we name it. The analytics is connected as well to our Shopify store, and it's connected to the same. We have the I don't recall the Google Ads Manager, the Google not Ads Manager, the Google what we name it. I forget.
That's fine. That's I just that you're giving me a good overall brief. I don't want to get too much into that. Just I know that it's Google and it's Insta and it's Facebook. You mentioned it's Shopify. So do you have a Shopify store, or is that the one that you sent me? AIDEXCGM.com. Is that a Shopify store?
Yes, and it is connected to the YouTube channel. It is connected to the Google channel. So the Google Merchant account, it is connected to our Facebook account, and the analytics is connected to the Shopify, and the Google Tag Manager is connected to Shopify. So when we run a campaign on Google Ads, we can monitor the conversion of those campaigns in a professional way. The same when we run the campaign on Facebook, we also can monitor the conversions, and that's it. I think the link that we are using right now, or with the ChatGPT, is to use the ChatGPT to respond to those campaigns or to respond to a normal visitor to our store.
Gotcha. So, so you got a Google Tag Manager already
installed in the Shopify, yes.
And it's tied to Shopify. Okay, great. That's good to know. Good to know. You've mentioned are you doing e-commerce inside of Chatbot Builder?
I'm not sure if we are going to do it or not, but for the time being, we connected the Facebook catalog with the chatbot builder.
Okay.
So you can, if you go to the commerce section, you will see all the product that it is in our Facebook catalog.
Okay, so it's already uploaded. Sweet. Sweet. So one of the other fundamentals that I've seen that is working good for
Hey, can I
e-commerce.
drop the call for 1 minute, Danny?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have a call, just 1 minute, and I'll be back with you
And
on the call.
I'll record this one so it's available for everyone. So as I was saying, Ahmed, the checkout or the e-commerce feature inside Chatbot Builder could be a small shop, the digital kiosk, right? The mobile shop, so to speak, right? Then the Shopify store can stay like the big mall, the big, the headquarters of Diabetes Cloud, right? So without changing anything about the big store, about the main store, what we can do is enhance the small store, the mobile store, right? The one right inside of Chatbot Builder, because there are some functions and some reminders there that we can, I think, get some sales with. I was sharing, Ali, that typically the Shopify store serves as the main headquarters store, right, where people can go and purchase your product. And I think that with the e-commerce feature within the chatbot, right, inside CBB, that could be your digital kiosk, right? Your express shop, right? Your, that sort of opportunity for people to also make some purchases inside of there without having to go to Shopify, right? So let's explore that. I wrote myself that note. A quick question, guys. So is your audience in a certain age group? Like, forgive my ignorance, but are diabetics normally 55 years or older, or we can have an audience that is also millennials and Gen Xers? What is that breakthrough
So
look like?
normally, so let's say that the end user who's going to use those products may be 2 years up to 65 years.
Okay,
However, who's making the decision to make the purchase, at least it is 18 plus.
sure. Okay.
So, so even so, either he is using this for himself or he is doing the purchase on behalf of the user.
Sure. I'm gonna use some and I'm gonna record my processes that way you guys can archive it and and maybe when you guys expand and use them to train people. So age groups, right? So I suppose that you guys have all the experience in the world, more than me at least, when it comes to your product and your audience. But on top of that, what I'm going to search using AI is what are the age groups in those countries that we mentioned, for people who are either borderline diabetic. I'm not going to exclude non-diabetics. I'm going to say borderline diabetic or diabetic, and or people who take care of them, people who make those decisions. So
The caregivers.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get really, really, really gangster, as Ryan would say, really gangster with the prompts as well. That would help me a lot. And all, I think when the ads, when you guys turn on the faucet, when you supercharge this AI with ads, I think that it could speak to the end user, the prospect, a lot clearer than we could ever imagine. I think that those things will help a lot. When are you looking to start running ads? In which you mentioned Google, Insta, and Facebook. Are all ads supposed to go all at at once, or are you guys going to kind of supercharge?
So
Tell me about that.
it will be different ads running in different countries. So Like, for example, we are planning to start an ad for Oman, which is not in the list of the countries that we sent to you. Maybe it is there, I'm not sure. But this ads will be only for edX. At the same time, we will be running ads for edX and Equil for the area of Iraq. So at the same time, there may be two ads running
Sure,
at the
sure.
same time, but different target locations, let's say.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So have you guys run ads on Facebook, for instance, before for these products?
Yeah.
Yep, good. So, and thankfully, these ads are not for the United States, right? Because here we have such bunch of federal restrictions that tell us, you know, your product cannot say it's going to prevent, cure, or mitigate any condition. There's so many restrictions by the FDA, the FTC, the, you know, all these.
But
Yeah.
it is applicable as well, not
Here
only for
too?
the US.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
kidding. No kidding. Okay. Interesting that that you tell me this, because apart from the region, right, differences in governing entities, then there's the Facebook as, you know, rules that also are the umbrella, right? So if you tell me you guys run ads before, you know, for these products, then you know, you are, you know, in the know that there's some words that we can be said and that sort of thing. And you know, one of my
You know what we did, Danny, before we run the ad on Facebook or even on Google, we take the creative, the text that is going to be on the ads, and we put it on ChatGPT. Is it matching the policies of Facebook and adhering to the customer, that you are not harming the customer, you are not declaring uh, personal, let's say, personal disease that you have the cure, and you are not declaring quality or accuracy of a product without providing supporting documents. So those restrictions, we are fully aware about it as well.
Awesome. That, you know, this gives me a lot of even more confidence in this, you know, in this conversation, in this involvement, being that, you know, the first priority for me is to safeguard clients' accounts, right? We know we play in automation. We don't want to say play, we work with automation, and that with that comes compliance checks, you know, ethical responsibility, etc. So I'm glad that you are aware of those things, and there's not a you know, you know, that we can share, right? Some of those learning opportunities from one another and moving forward. So cool.
Yeah, we are away from personal hardships.
Ah, good. Yes. That's good. You know, I
This is the
learned,
terminology for Google.
I learned that, you know, for instance, for a white teeth whitening company, I could not use before and after photos of, you know,
Yes.
yellowish teeth, and then I couldn't do that. And you know, I'm like, wow, that is, you know, considered, you know, something else in the terms of service. So, you know, it's very interesting how some companies are not aware of that. So kudos to you guys. Good. So let me see what else here I have real quick. So you guys got this. So what is your checkout solution, real quick?
So you want to go through the checklist,
Yes,
or
yes.
or
Well,
the checkout? We mean that when the customer check out, we have an account on what we name it. I don't know why I'm not focused. So the payment gateway, which is already integrated with the chatbot builder, what is the name of it?
sorry.
There is a payment gateway.
Okay, so there's a few actually. So, you know, Stripe.
Yes, Stripe. We have a
Sorry.
Stripe account.
Okay. Just curious about that. So boom. Let me open this checklist real quick on this computer, and then we'll browse right through that real quick.
So the Stripe account, if we link our Stripe account with the chatbot builder, then the customer can check out on the WhatsApp or on the Facebook Messenger.
Sure. Any channel. So yeah. I don't see the restrictions by which anybody can purchase those products online. You know, only digital products are those that cannot be purchased on the social channels. So let me just find your email real quick. Why did I lose?
So the product was approved on Google Merchant account. So Google Merchant does not approve any product that cannot be purchased online.
Okay. This is on Google. Google Ads.
Google Merchant. So the Shopify has many sales channels. One of them is Google Merchant and Facebook Shop. So Facebook Shop is not allowed for the time being for the entire Middle East, I believe. But Google Merchant is still allowed, and we already have a Google Merchant account where those products have been already approved by the Google Merchant.
Wow, that's interesting. I'm gonna do some digging into that. I wasn't aware of that. Good. So you guys just shared some of the I guess restrictions there. Thank you for that, because I didn't know about that. I was thinking more of the in the wellness, in the Google and Facebook. You shared something about a region specific one that I was not aware. I'm gonna check that.
Listen, when it comes to let's say the on-shelf drugs or behind the desk drugs, yes, you cannot sell it online without getting approval.
Right.
But for medical devices, it
Yeah.
is a bit different because this is
Got
not a
it.
drug.
Right. Yeah. So it does not come loaded with the insulin, right?
Yeah.
Insulin sold separately. Gotcha. Maybe that's another important prompt or important keyword to to add into the prompts, right? Into the master prompt. So definitely going to have that added by by the time we get in tomorrow. Knowledge base files. So guys, the knowledge base files, can we create a maybe a shared Google folder where I also can have access to or give me a copy of those knowledge base files, at least the ones in English, right?
Yeah.
Unless I learn Arabic in the next few days, which I intend to, at least a few words. So let's yeah, so I think that there inside of those files we can also find some opportunities to be more more organized, or maybe in more context by which the assistants will enhance the performance. So I do want to take a close look at that as well, the knowledge base files. So send me that when you guys get a chance. I already know what channels we're working with. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna also suggest to don't leave out the web chat channel, because on web chat there's very little restrictions. The web chat, it doesn't play by Facebook rules. It doesn't play by Instagram rules. It's a free from restrictions channel, the web chat channel. Chatbot Builder Pro account. That you guys okay, you guys gave me access to that. Boom. Other than Google Sheets, you guys have a CRM that you guys like to work with?
No.
Okay. So just a CRM. So okay, so when we start testing things, we'll need to have our own testing sheet. I'll leave that blank. I'll do that for me. ChatGPT Pro API key. Probably won't need that right now. Master prompt requisites. Okay, so that's where we're gonna be at. I'm gonna work on the prompts, right? Like I said, I'm gonna create a sandbox account, and you know, to put it to the test, you know, tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, or do not say prompt. Okay, we're gonna work on all that stuff. The you know the do nots, right? The don't ever talk about politics. Don't ever, right? We have to, because people will test the bot, right? People will test AI. People will push the limits. Some people will, you know, be curious and engaged. Other people may, you know, may want to, you know, get to say something that is not within the values, right? So we're gonna, you know, give it those values as well. I'll browse the website, and I'll share after this. I'm gonna record maybe 2 videos and put them inside of a Trello board where you guys are gonna have access to all these archives and, you know, training material as we go along, as we move forward. It's gonna be right under the project status section. So I'll guide you on that, or I'll write, you know, quick video on that by tomorrow. Analytics, you guys got that straight set up. Facebook ad compliance. Okay, boom, it was big. Why is this in the bottom? This should be on the top. Master prompts, humanizing elements. Guys, I think I got more than I came here for. And as you guys take a rest, I'm gonna, you know, record the videos on how yesterday was also Ryan showed us how to ask GPT to write prompts, right? How to ask it to give itself instructions after we give it, you know, very specific commands on who it is. You know, who is Diabetes Cloud, you know, the products, you know, who we serve, what we stand for, then, you know, get really, how he says, gangster into asking it how to give better prompts for these 4 assistants. So if you haven't watched that video by this guy, by Ryan, watch it. I'm gonna do one of my own. So tomorrow, let's hang out tomorrow again if you guys want to. But I'm not accessible on Sundays, but if you guys are, let's do it.
Yeah, we as I said last time that Danny, we are all yours until we see this
Okay.
assistant and the flow is working
true.
as we are expecting.
Sure.
Let's say not as per our expectation, because I need your input, I need your values, your experience on maybe something that we are not aware that
Sure.
it could be done that way, and it could be done in a better way.
Yes. And I'm gonna record that the time that we're now in front of each other. I'm gonna record this that way. You know, it's not me, you know, not sharing, you know, not the secret, is the logic, right? The logic by which we're going to really program an AI, right? So I will be sharing this video. So you know, for content, for your archives, right? Because it's important, right? You know, I don't want you guys to be dependent on me, but then, you know, maybe you can use these videos, you know, as you expand, and there will be the need to train other people, right? So with that, guys, I'll let you go. I know it's late, and I'm gonna go take a walk before getting back here in the bot cave.
Okay.
All right, I'll be sending the recording to this on the Trello account.
Anything is expected from our side, or just you need us to watch the Ryan video?
No, you don't have to. It's just a recommendation.
Okay, so by the way, Danny, we now created, let's say, this 2 assistant, and if we need to test, what we do, that we go to the settings and we force. If you can go back again to the setting, I'll tell you what we do to test. Maybe there is a better way, because we are testing by making it live on our messenger.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't be testing anything until after we speak the next time.
No, I need to test the current assistants.
The current one.
Yes.
Okay, you can go ahead and test. I won't touch anything until you tell me to.
No, you didn't get me, Dan. So is there a way to test outside the live channels?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm gonna create So to test inside